It is National Pear Month, and the Northwest makes some of the best ones in the country.
Oh, we sure do. A Portland sous chef, he's working those pears into his different dishes. And Drew, lucky dog, he gets to taste test this morning.
Yes. The chef is Chef Matt Ives. The restaurant is Quaintrell, North Portland, the location on North Mississippi. We saw that winter pear salad that Chef Matt prepared for us a moment ago. Now he's working on a couple of pear tarts. How about that? I'll have more with Chef Matt here in a moment, but I want to also bring in Kathy Stevenson, because what we're celebrating, of course, Kathy, is the fact that our state fruit, the pear, has its own month. The month of December. So it's National Pear Month, and a lot of our viewers, I'm sure, are familiar with your basic pear varieties. I'll call them basic. The Bartlett. I always see the red pear, some kind of red pear out there in the grocery stores, but there's other varieties I never heard of. We mentioned a Christmas pear earlier. How about this guy right out in front?
So that's an Anjou pear, which is probably the most frequently purchased pear later in the season here.
I have heard of the Anjou, but you were saying even that pear, some people call it different.
Yeah, if you're up in Hood River and you're a grower, you call it Anjou, like banjo, but it's really the French is the d'Anjou, so it gets complicated.
I said, oh, maybe this is another Bartlett. You said, no, Drew, that's a different kind of pear. What is that?
It's a very special pear. It's called a Concord, and there's not that many around. We have a small crop out of Oregon, so if you see it, buy it. It's nice and crisp, and it has a great vanilla flavor.
It's a tall pear.
Tall, narrow, beautiful, just sexy.
A sexy, tall, narrow pear. Now, I find this to be sexy, too. I don't know. This, to me, is sexy. It's a little guy.
It's a little guy, and we love secals. They're kind of like a very sweet, real pop, nice and crisp. Kids love them, but they're also terrific to slice into slices and put them on as a cocktail.
Seckel pear?
Seckel pear. Seckel.
Little. They're supposed to be this small. This is fully grown.
Absolutely.
Did not rip it from the tree too soon.
No, it's exactly how you want to buy it.
And can I ask you, again, we talked about this in the beginning of the 5 o'clock hour, but the importance of this particular fruit, the pear crop, to our region. I know Oregon and Washington produces a lot of pears for the entire country.
Yeah, and we represent Oregon and Washington at the Pear Bureau, and it's 88% of all fresh pears across the country are coming from Oregon and Washington. About 40% of that is from Oregon itself.
If you want a slice of a pear, Cameron Steve and I would definitely eat, but I do want to step back in and bring in Matt Ives once again, the sous chef, the sous chef here at Quaintrell. Pear tart. It starts with this process. Poaching pears? I never heard of such a thing.
It's an amazing process, actually. We take a little bit of cinnamon, star anise, and vanilla bean and orange peel, and then a simple syrup, and then we poach them gently with a parchment paper cover on them, and then just till they're nice and tender to the touch.
How about this? Brenda Ashley Rodhill calling me the lucky man because I get to eat some of this today. You two, also lucky, or I should say you three, also lucky, because Chef Matt said, I want to bring these back to the studio. Yay! And get this, he said, I can't even bring these back. They won't be as good as if he came, and he will, and he prepares them right there in front of you. So that's happening before this hour is through.
Serious?
That's right.
Yes. We got to, yes. Yeah, well, not before this hour, before next hour is through. Give me a break. It's 5:50. We can't be there in 10 minutes.
I was thinking it's